Power play in Aso Rock as Buhari Aisha aides go against each other. Another round of power show seems to be playing out in the nation's seat of power, this time between aides to the number one citizen and those of his wife. This has prompted wife of President Muhammadu Buhari Aisha to appeal to the Inspector General of Police IGP Mohammed Adamu to let go her aides in police custody. The aides were said to have been detained by the police following orders of the Chief Security Officer CSO to the President Idris Kasem. Trouble started, it was learnt when a top aide to the President, Yusuf Sabiu, also known as Tunde, recently returned from another state and refused to self-isolate. The aides to the First Lady, it was gathered, were not happy that Sabiu entered the presidential villa without self-isolating, hence they forcibly removed him from the villa. Sabiu, who is one of the aides to the president, was said to have asked the CSO to arrest Aisha's aides as well as her ADC Usman Shugaba. Consequently, Aisha, in a series of tweets on her verified Twitter handle at Aisha Buhari on Friday, wrote, "The COVID-19 is real and still very much around in our nation. Is not in doubt. Consequently, I call on all relevant government agencies to enforce the Quarantine Act signed by Mr. President and ensure no one is found violating this law and the NCDC. Nigeria Center for Disease Control guidelines, especially on interstate travel without the necessary exemptions for movement of essentials. Anyone who does that should at the very least be made to undergo a 14-day mandatory isolation, no matter who the person is. No one should be above the law, and the police command will do well to remember that. Finally, I call on the IGP to release my assigned staff who are still in the custody of the police in order to avoid putting their lives in danger or exposure to COVID-19 while in their custody." That's serious. Nobody is above the law. Well, it is said that when the breeze blows, the foul yash exposes. People have been of the opinion that Aisha, where is Mr. President, and who are you to order IGP, and why must your staff force himself into the Aso Rock office without obeying the instruction of isolation before entering, when he knows he's coming from outside the state? This is a clear indication that there is no accountable precedent in place. Otherwise, how come IGP will play into the family? That's serious. So other lives are not in danger. If that is the case, let everyone in prison or cell be released also. After all, nobody is above the law. Let them serve the punishment that they are due to serve. That is what Nigerians are saying right now. Well, it's one of those things. Which is, well, a lot of things are going around the social media. They say this is an indication that the president is dead, that the person representing himself, parading himself as the president, is not the president, that was a camouflage. A lot of things have been said on social media. They said, in fact, even if the president is not alive, what about our vice president? Where is Yemi or Shibajo? At least somebody needs to represent. That is not the duty of the wife of the president to order the IGP for instruction. Wow. No wahala. This same insolence that costed the former chief of staff his life by disregarding the existence of the pandemic is about to replay itself. And meanwhile, It is time you tell us the truth about who is in Aso Rock. A lot of Nigerians are tired of what is going on in Aso Rock. Who is in Aso Rock? Where is Mr. President? Wow, a lot of things are fishy right now. It's only God that will save Nigeria. Well, let me have your take on this and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks and God bless.